In this example, we are choosing between two projects, A and B. You will accept the project if it pays back within 3 years. We need to use the payback rule and figure out which project you should accept. Okay, so what do you know about project A and what do you know about project B? Both projects require us to spend $100 right away. Project A will generate $40 in 1 year, $60 in 2 years, $30 in 3 years, and $10 in year 4. For project B, we invest $100 today. Then we receive $30 in 1 year, $40 in 2 years, $20 in 3 years, $20 again in 4 years, $80 in 5 years, $100 in 6 years, and $200 in 7 years. Okay, based on the payback rule, which one of these two projects should you accept? What's the payback period for project A? Let's start counting. After the first year, we recover 40. After the second year, we recover another 60, and we are actually going to be exactly at $100 by the end of the second year. So the payback period for A is exactly 2 years, 2 full years. What about project B? The payback period for project B is a little bit longer. After the first year, we have recovered 30. After the second year, we are at 30 plus 40 equals 70. After the third year, we are at 30 plus 40 plus 20 equals 90. So we need 10 more to reach 100. And that's going to be exactly half a year longer, because during the fourth year, we are going to recover a total of 20, but we won't need to wait the whole year. After half a year, we will get our remaining $10. So 3.5 years, 3.5 years. Because our cutoff is 3 years, there's only one of these two projects that is acceptable, and that's project A, right? Project A is the only one that pays back within 3 years. So A should be accepted and B should be rejected. And once again, think about what might be going wrong with relying on the payback rule. So you have just said that A is better than B, right? Could that be a mistake? Take a look at project B, the cash flows that will be received in distant future that have been completely ignored when we were computing the payback period for project B. So when we were computing the payback period for project B, we were going through our cash flows in this correct order, and we stopped in the middle of the fourth year. We didn't need to look any further because that's not how the payback approach works. So we have completely ignored the huge cash inflows in 5, 6, and 7 years, right? And clearly, if project B keeps running beyond 3 years, which is our limit, it would bring significantly more money than project A, right? So let's say if these are our only two alternatives and nothing else, then I would definitely say that project B should be the winner. And essentially what I did not mention now is that by looking at all future cash flows for project B that the payback period approach has ignored, we are essentially comparing the net present values of projects A and B. Of course, we are not given the discount rate, but most probably, regardless of what the discount rate might be, when we bring back all future cash flows for project B all the way through year 7, right, and compare the resulting NPV with that for project A, project B would become the winner. And so once again, we see that the payback period approach might result in the recommendation for one approach, but if instead we use the net present value approach, the recommendation would be for the opposite, for the other project. So the two approaches again disagree. And that happens because the higher cash flows after our cutoff, right, the required payback period, are completely ignored. So we have completely ignored $80, $100, $200 in years 5, 6, 7 for Project B. Whenever the payback rule and the NPV rules contradict each other, you should go with the NPV approach, because the NPV approach considers a larger set of information. It does not ignore any potentially very high profits that would be coming in more distant future. Let's look at this example. We have 5 different projects. We're not gonna pick the best one of them. Instead, all we're gonna do is, calculate the payback period for each. For project A, we invest 100 and we get back 30, 40, 50, and 60 in the next 4 years. What's the payback period? After the first year, we have recovered 30. After the second year, 30 plus 40 equals 70. So we need 30 more, and that's going to be, a fraction of the third year. To be precise, it will take you 2.6 years to recover your $100. What about Project B? What's the payback period for Project B? Project B requires us to spend $200, and it will generate $40, $20, and $10 in the next 3 years. How soon do we get $200 back? Actually, we never get it back, because after the third year, we are only at 40 plus 20 plus 10, which equals 70. Now let's look at Project C. We invest $200 today. In the future, we get back 40, 20, 10, and 130 in the next 4 years. What is the payback period? If you do the math, 40 plus 20 equals 60, plus another 10 equals 70, plus another 130 equals exactly 200. So after 4 full years, we will recover our initial investment. Okay, so there are no issues here. What about Project D? We invest 200, and then the cash flows for years 1, 2, 3, and 4 are 100, 100, minus 200, 200. Clearly, by the end of the second year, you have fully recovered $200. But if you keep going, you lose it all, and then you recover it again by the end of the fourth year. So it looks like we have 2 payback periods, 2 years and 4 years. And that's a problem. Let's say our cutoff is 3 years, right? Right between the 2 payback periods. What do? On the one hand, the actual payback period of 2 years is less than the 3-year cutoff, so the project should be accepted. But on the other hand, it also does not pay back until 4 years, so it should be rejected, which means we cannot use this approach when we have multiple payback periods. It may become a problem. Now, what about the last project, Project E? If we invest $50, in 1 year we get back 100, and in 2 years we'll lose $50 million, a huge amount, right? What's the payback period? Here we again have 2 payback periods. After half a year, we recover 50, but then we lose a lot of money and we never recover it, right? If we wait any longer. So the 2 payback periods here are 6 months, right? Half a year, or never. And again, what if our cutoff is, let's say, 3 years? Do we accept it or do we reject it? It's a problem. So this example illustrates additional problems with the payback rule. There may be multiple payback periods, there may be no payback periods.